So now we will be learning how to tune our harp for the very first time. So when you get a harp, particularly a very new harp, it can be hard to tune it and to make sure that it stays in tune for a long period of time. So this is just because of the tension of the levers and the tabs in the Nile gut or nylon strings. So see, now this sounds very out of tune. So that's very, very normal. So harps come usually with a tuning key, and also I would encourage you to get this Piano Tuner app, which is an app that I use on my phone. And that can be really handy for you as you tune your harp on the go. So the very, very first thing that we'll do is make sure that we have our levers up. So we're actually tuning our harp into the key of E flat, which means that we want to make sure we have up all of our E's. So just make sure you have all of your E's up. All of your A's as well. So making sure you have all your A's up and all of your B's. So we have our E's, A's and our B's up, and now we are ready to start tuning. So very first thing, I'm just going to teach you how to slot in your tuner into one of the tabs here at the back. So you just slot it in like this into the little tab that's made for it, and then you'll either tighten it or loosen it depending on what you want, and that's kind of how you move around the tuner in the tab. So next thing, I am going to get my Piano Tuner app, and I'm going to start to tune up all of our C's first, so the red ones. So we're just going to have a little go at all these red ones and see how they sound. So some of them are in tune and some of them aren't. So very first thing I'm going to do is play this C down here. And the app will either turn red, and if it's red, then you know that it's not in tune, and you'll know it's in tune then when it turns green. So we're going to see this one is red. So I'm just going to take my tuner here and I'm going to slot it into the tab at the back of the C, and I'm going to move it up and I'm going to move it down, and I'm going to wait until it turns green. So I'm just moving it up slowly, moving it down, moving it up again, seeing which way it needs to go. And now it's turned green, so I'm just going to show you now. That it's turned green. Okay, so next thing, we're going to move on to the next C. So we're going to move up to the C up here. We're going to see if that's red or green. Okay, so that one is red still. So I'm going to move this one up and down and see which way it needs to go. It needs to go up. And now it's turned green. And then we'll just move on to this last C up here. And we'll see. This one also is still a bit red, so I'm gonna move it up until it's turned green. So those are our 3 C's, and I mean you can do as well that one up here. We will move on now to our D string, so I'm gonna see how that one sounds. Let's see, and that one, as you can see, this D is in tune with D. It's turned green. Let's have a look at this one. That one is not quite in tune. I'm gonna move it down and up and see which way it needs to go until it turns green. moving it up and down and just seeing. And now it's turned green. And then we have our E. So we have this one is up, which is okay. We're gonna tune our E and see how it sounds. This one is red. So I'm gonna slot that one into the E tab and see. And now this one has turned green. So that's how we tune our harps the whole way through. We do our C's first, then our D's and E's and F's, and we tune up the whole way.